Welcome to the Kruger National Park. Join us for a birding and wildlife adventure in the largest national park of South Africa. It's easy to get started with birding here, just drive around. Birds are easily spotted from the car. Even though we are primarily birders and the focus of this video is birds, it's good to realize there's more than just birds in this video. You simply cannot visit Kruger National Park without seeing mammals. Lots of mammals. The most common mammal in the park is impala, with an estimated population of about 150,000 animals. Many people come to the Kruger National Park hoping to see the Big Five. Two of the Big Five are quite easy to see: buffalo and elephant. The other three usually require more time and effort to find. A good way to get info on where to find the mammals is to use the sightings board. Most rest camps have a sightings board with the sightings of some of the most wanted mammals from today and yesterday. Here, people can mark their sightings so you know where to start looking. Rhino sightings are no longer displayed, unfortunately, because poachers also use these sightings boards. It's only mammals that appear on these boards. So unless the birds find us, we have to find the birds ourselves. In order to prevent stomach blockage, this bateleur is throwing up a pellet with food it cannot digest, mostly bones, feathers and claws from its prey. It pays to check every bird carefully. Compare the all-white breast of this Jacobin cuckoo to the superficially similar Leopard cuckoo, which has a very clearly striped chest. Or this very common red-billed oxpecker to the much rarer yellow-billed oxpecker. Calls can also help to tell birds apart. Compare the calls of two more superficially similar birds. First the larger black-bellied bustard, then red-crested bustard, which also has a black belly, but a completely different call. Kruger National Park is one of the largest national parks in Africa. With an area of almost 20,000 square kilometers, it is about the size of the country of Belize, or roughly the size of New Jersey. Founded in 1926, it is also one of the oldest national parks in Africa. The wildlife in the park is insane. Over 500 species of birds have been found here, as well as 150 species of mammals. Inside the park you can drive around, hoping to find the animals you want to see yourself, but more often you will find a small traffic jam with people all looking in the same direction. That can only mean one thing: there's something special to be seen. Lions, number 3 of the big 5, occur throughout the park, but seem to be easier to find in the southern part. Then again, more people visit the southern part of Kruger, so maybe it's just a matter of more people looking. Some lions have a radio collar around their neck, so biologists can track their movements and whereabouts. As absolute kings of the jungle, lions feed on the largest prey, including buffalo, giraffe, and in this case, wildebeest. With a length of over 220 miles from north to south, Kruger has a great variety of habitats. Every habitat has their unique kind of birds, so you never have to drive far to find other species. For a birder, 2 types of habitat make for easy picking. The first one is water. Any body of water, anywhere, where there is water, there will be birds. This particular river crossing is between Olifant's camp and a small satellite camp called Balule, and is only drivable with low water levels. Water does not just attract birds though, it also attracts other animals. Water is used by all animals, small and large, to drink. Water is used for cooling off. And water is used for food. This resident crocodile at Klopperfontein Dam managed to catch a nyala that came to drink a couple of hours before. The second habitat birders are drawn to is not necessarily a specific type of habitat, but there will almost always be birds around, the bird hide. Kruger has several bird hides, ranging from poor to very good. Some are larger and some will be smaller. Most bird hides will be placed in an area that traditionally has a lot of birds, although some hides may be seasonal, dependent on water being available, for example. The bird hide in this clip is a ratelpan hide, between Satara and Olifant's rest camp in the middle of the park. But the best bird hide in Kruger, for variety and number of birds, is the Lake Panic bird hide. This hide is especially good for kingfishers and herons. It's not just kingfishers and herons though, other birds can be seen here too. Located close to the largest rest camp in the park, this bird hide is often very busy with people who are not necessarily into birds. but if you come very early in the morning, you will get some good sightings. And you may also get some surprises. When it gets too busy in the hide, simply leave and drive around, looking for species you will probably not find in the bird hide. This male leopard is number 4 of the big 5 for our trip. Not the only leopard we have seen, but the one closest by, peacefully sleeping on a large branch. Another sought after mammal in the park is African wild dog, not a part of the big 5 and quite difficult to see because they are very mobile. You either find them or you don't. In large parks like Kruger, there is often a third habitat that will attract birds, a bonus habitat if you will. This bonus habitat are the rest camps. Within Kruger there are several rest camps where you can stay overnight. Quite basic, but you can sleep there. There usually is a store with food and souvenirs, gas and a restaurant. The birds and mammals in this habitat are quite used to people being around. They can therefore be relatively tame.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Another very good time to look for birds and wildlife is the late afternoon. When the heat of the day is slowly getting less, more and more animals show themselves. As a general rule, mornings are better for birds and afternoons are better for spotting mammals. Number 5 of the Big Five list is Rhino. Mainly because of relentless poaching, rhinos have become quite difficult to see in the park. This white rhino made a very brief appearance before it moved off into the bushes. This leopard had been sleeping on a branch all afternoon and became restless as darkness came nearer, calling to make its presence known. Look at that magnificent tail. On our way back to camp we had a few more good mammal sightings. This cocky mongoose is scouring the road for food, but decides it's still too warm to do anything. Or maybe it just got out of the way of the elephants marching through. As our time in Kruger is about to end, there is one more bonus. On our last evening, heading back to camp, we come across a pride of lions chilling on the road. Since all rest camps have a curfew, we could not spend as much time with these lions as we would have wanted to, and we had to drive off after just a couple of minutes. But what a fitting ending to a wonderful trip to one of the best wildlife parks in Africa.